conversation with character to reflect on my past and present, aware of character defects.
I'm sorry.
The passion, the power, the purpose of unwoven recovery, unity, service, 1 year token.
The most prestigious network in the land.
This is Characteristic. You already know, character did it. I am here with Ty614, bro. Tell us about yourself. What do you do?
Man, I'm from Columbus, Ohio. I'm an independent artist. I am a mixing engineer. Basically just DIY, do it all myself. Unfortunately, I've been trying to build a team, you know what I mean? But like, the whole reason I even started mixing my own stuff in the first place is it's just hard to like get everybody on the same page. And like, I'm not the type of person that just like dabbles with shit. You know what I mean? Like, when I'm into it, I dive full force and just like really commit myself to it. And a lot of people, unfortunately, they're not really on that same page.
Absolutely.
So instead of me getting frustrated, I just picked up and just started doing it myself, and that's been like 5 years now. So
no shit. Hell yeah, bro. And that's the way it is, man. It's hard to find a solid team for real. Like when you are a hard worker like you know, you can't find people that can match that energy.
Facts. And I can't say that I'm completely alone. Like my girl does videos, so that helps a lot. And of course, like on certain things, I'm like, hey babe, come in here. Which take you like better, blah, 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 you know what I mean? Like, so she really comes in clutch on that. And then I got a homie that goes by Big Pimpin. He actually just got added in on the group chats and everything.
Oh yeah, I just set up an interview with him actually.
Yeah, he's a marketing wizard, dude.
No
like,
shit, okay.
The way I'm passionate about my music and mixing, he's passionate about his music, don't get me wrong. But like, he studies marketing.
That's a big part. That's a big deal, bro.
So we just like tossed everything back and forth, like literally every day, just like IG voice memos, like, hey bro, I figured this out. Yo, you know, it's dope.
It's funny that because I had the same experience, I kept trying to gather people around me to work hard with me and everything. I couldn't find them, but I found them online though.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, we've never met in person. He's in Ohio too, but we ain't met yet.
That's funny. That's crazy. Y'all both in Ohio though.
Yeah.
So how old are you?
I'm 32.
And you just started this 5 years ago. What was coming up like?
Well, so I played guitar my whole life, and I wrote blues music, and basically, like as kids, my dad wanted us to play music, and he forced us. Like we had no option but to like pick something up. So first for me was bass, and then eventually I wanted to play guitar, which I'm glad that I took it in that order, because it's kind of, you know what I mean? Like root chords is for a bass is one finger, and then you just add a couple more for the guitar. So fast forward quite a few years, I had some homies that we'd go out drinking every weekend, and every weekend after the club, they'd end up coming over to my spot, and they had just like a little portable studio, and they'd set up in my living room, and like they'd record until 3-4 o'clock in the morning, and I'd just hang out and get drunk. And they're constantly like, yo, Ty, get on the mic. I'm like, bro, like I'm not a rapper. Like, I don't do that. And one day I got bored, and basically I'm trying to like tie this all in. I always wrote music and I always sang, but singing and playing guitar on some bluesy, heartfelt stuff is intimidating to just put in front of people, and I never had access to like record anything like that. So the one day that I was just messing around the house, I downloaded 2 beats on YouTube and just like kind of freestyled and like put some things together. Granted, I knew song structure, so I had my hook and my verses.
Okay.
And I sent it out to a couple people and like, yo, this is obviously like the quality wasn't great, but they were hyped.
Right. Yeah.
And like my initial idea was to do that, basically rap and like just kind of have fun and break my fear, because they were doing shows and shit. So we kind of had like a little trio, like Migos type deal going there for a little bit. And obviously then over time, I fell in love with it, and like I broke that fear, but I like doing my vocals and stuff more than even playing guitar. And I still play, but like this is definitely taking precedent over that. And it's crazy because like the one dude had a kid, so he don't really make music too much anymore. The other homie had moved away for a little bit, and like he's not doing too much either. And I ain't trying to throw shade because I love those dudes to death. But I don't know, they like opened up just something completely different than I ever expected even getting into. And like, I'm thankful for it. I love it. And I've been skateboarding for like 20 years. And this is the only thing that's ever given me that same mental satisfaction that nothing else ever has.
Hell yeah.
And it's not
Hell yeah. Like,
because
it's not, you've never wanted to spend this much time doing anything.
facts. Yeah, other than girls and some drugs.
What have been the biggest accomplishments that you've seen in the 5 years?
My studio currently. Getting like obviously streams and everything, like that's cool. You know what I mean? And I've had a couple songs kind of trigger the algorithm, and that's definitely a good feeling. But for me, it's getting my stuff to a point that it's competitive with anything on the radio, anything coming out of the industry. I never wanted it to sound like, oh, you could tell he did that in the bedroom. Oh, you could tell he did that in the garage. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want you to know. You know, like, I don't want it. I want it to be like, what? He did that in the bedroom? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't like to do anything mediocre.
For
and
sure,
like,
bro.
I
We
want
can
it to be,
show the studio a little bit. Show this badass studio a little bit.
first off, the ceiling, bro, crazy. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know that you could buy them pre-made. So I made that without even like looking at directions and shit. But got the cocaine white couch over here. Got the soundproofing on everything, including closet doors, the regular door. Thank God I got some AC in here. I got some Rockets, some Cali 6s. I just got that new MacBook Pro M2.
Oof.
Broke the bank, but dude, it's powerful. Got the Apollo Twin.
Damn, bro, you got it all, man.
This is my little baby right here. Got the TLM 103.
Okay.
I had to get a little creative with the TV mount. Like I didn't want it to just be against the wall. So I found this mount that would come out and swing side to side.
Okay.
But I didn't want it to go side to side. So I figured out a way to turn it sideways and it comes out and up and down.
That's cool. That's cool.
Now, granted, it wasn't wide enough to fit the studs in the wall. So I had to like modify it in a sense so it would stretch and hit both studs. And then I had to tighten everything up. So now I can pull it up. And I also bought an electric desk, bro. Which
what?
is
Like a standing desk thing?
Yeah, like
that's
like,
crazy.
It's dope. So whatever I'm feeling, I got it. Like even like the monitor stands, they go up real high if I want everything to come up. So
that's
super
cool,
stoked,
bro. That's cool.
I'm thankful, and straight up, I couldn't have done all this without my lady. Like I'm not one that likes to be in debt. And she's like, you know what? You don't have school debt. Your car payment's dumb cheap. Like, just get it. Like, it's way better to get it and enjoy it while you pay for shit than save and save and save and then finally get it. You know what I mean? So I'm hyped.
No doubt, bro. Do you have a regular job?
I do a bunch of things, actually. So I do studio time and stuff. I do Grubhub, DoorDash, Uber. I work out at a skate park. It's indoor. It's called Skate Naked. It's out by the airport here in Columbus. And then I do skate lessons too. So
okay.
it's kind of
Hell yeah.
a mixture of everything. but used to, which granted, my girl's the one that kind of pushed me into piecing things together. I used to sell health and life insurance. And I got sick of that. I got done kind of dirty because I realized they were basically just stealing from me. So I dipped out of that, and I worked at the, well, in between that, I did try to just sell drugs full time for a couple years. But with shit becoming legal and just like, I don't know, clientele, shit's a messy game to do. To try to live off of and live also a clean life, because I was trying to get clean too at the same time, so it don't really blend. And then I worked at the Motel 6 corporate office for a couple years, and then right at the beginning of COVID, and I think it was just a weight of knowing that I wanted to change my life and do some things differently, and I started having like pretty severe panic attacks. And I'm not one that like really likes doctors and stuff to do, so I never got it checked out. I'm not really one to like at the time talk about that type shit much, so I was just struggling with it. And my girl noticed what was going on, and like there's been a couple times where like I've had to help take care of her because of like hospital visits and stuff, and she told me, she's like, quit, I can see this is killing you, quit, I got you for time it takes, and just figure out what you want to do. And I was resistant, but I figured it out in about 30 to 45 days and been doing all this ever since. So
that's amazing,
it's just,
bro.
like, it's crazy too, because like I wish I would have figured this out years and years ago, because I literally work half of the time I used to and I make more money. So it's like, what the fuck?
Bro, jobs are a scam. I'm telling you, 9 to 5s, they're a scam, bro.
They are.
That whole American dream, go to college, get a career, that path is done. It's done.
It is. And that's the sad thing too, is like all these people go to school thinking that they're guaranteed a job, and you're not. You are guaranteed debt.
You're damn right, bro.
Like, you're not guaranteed anything else. Yep. Like I used to run with a lot of people that all went to like art school. Granted, they were blessed to go do that, but like none of them work in the arts. I think one out of the whole group actually went to do something involved with their major. Like,
bro, I'm $85,000 in debt to Full Sail University for my film degree. And yeah, I've worked in the industry on and off, and but here I am building a social media hustle just like I could have done without a damn film degree. No one's asking me, did I go to college on Instagram?
Yeah. Well, I mean, anymore too, just we have so much access at our fingertips. If you want to know something, you can figure it out.
Right.
There's no excuses.
Yep.
And like 5 years ago, bro, I had no idea what any of this gear even was, let alone get in and EQ and compress and like polish, you know, like it's 100% YouTube and like a couple homies, just like time and patience. And dude, I research heavy, like on a regular basis too, just like, cause you never know, like with skating, with music, with damn near anything you're doing, you never fully tap out. You know what I mean? Like there's always more to learn. There's always different techniques, different ways that you can push yourself.
Absolutely. And especially in this industry, it's ever growing, ever changing. You know, every time the best piece of equipment comes out and you learn it, the next piece just came out a week ago. So.
Oh yeah, I was pissed about that. I bought this interface before this Apollo Twin. And I was hyped on it and literally had it for 2 months and they dropped a new version. And it was just past the point to where I could return it.
Damn, bro. See, they probably ran some deal that you couldn't say no to right then just because they knew they weren't going to sell anymore when they dropped the new one.
Facts.
Damn, bro. That's tough, bro.
It balanced out, though.
What have been the biggest obstacles that you've had to overcome?
As far as music goes, or just like
music, life, a lot of times they go hand in hand.
Yeah. Other than myself, because I'm very, very critical. And like sometimes if you let that get out of hand, you can hinder yourself. I wouldn't have wanted to admit it years ago, but definitely dealing with addictions hindered me a lot. And I didn't see it at the time, Corinne. I don't think really anybody does. And I'm not fully sober now, but I don't do hard drugs. You know, I'll smoke, I'll drink, keep it tight.
A lot of people I've spoken to say they're not sober, they're in control.
Boom, exactly. And like, I just feel like that is a big one, you know? And as far as like maybe specifically with music, and I wouldn't say it hasn't really hindered me as far as like being a white dude in hip hop, but I've gotten some interesting comments here and there, but like at the same time, when they hear me, they respect me, you know? And like, I appreciate that.
And that makes it even sweeter, bro.
Yeah, like my first year in, I had a bunch of friends. Yo, we got this show, such and such. We'll meet you there. They all bailed on me. And I pull up, not knowing where I was, anybody there. And it was a show in a trap house.
Oh, shit, bro.
Yeah. Homies sitting there watching the cameras and shit. I'm just knocking on the door, not knowing what I'm getting ready to walk into. And I walk in, dude. And granted, I carry, but I didn't carry that night. I wasn't even thinking about it.
Right.
Oh, everybody in there had assault rifles, just like strapped up, walking around. I'm like, oh, like the homies did not prepare me for this at all.
They didn't send me the dress code, guys. I'm sorry.
Nah. And like, I won't lie, it was a little intimidating at first, but I carry myself well, fucking chopping it up, and I became friends with most of the dudes in that place. And like, again, the moment they heard my music, it was instant respect, you know? And I also show respect. Like a lot of people, that's the thing that really kind of going off on a tangent here, but
no, please do.
That's one thing that like really irritates me about a lot of things, but music in general. People's egos are so big. They only hinder themselves. Like, that's why I have the utmost respect for the music coming out of Atlanta. Granted, there's rivalries and stuff, of course, but a lot of those different groups are all working together, and you can see they're all climbing up, they're all eating, they're all making money. And like Columbus specifically, it's like this mentality of like, if your light's on, mine is off. And it's like, nah, dude, like, your house.
There's enough out here for everybody, bro.
Yeah, you can turn on multiple lights in multiple rooms and everybody get everything they need. Like, it ain't gotta be like that. Wow.
Facts, bro. And really, at the end of the day, I don't care where you are, if you're in the hood or anywhere else, if you're a person that is typically not in that environment, as long as you act comfortable with yourself and confident in yourself and then act like yourself, the people around you will respect it.
Yeah. Like I moved to Columbus 10 years ago, and I live in a very, very rough neighborhood. And when I first moved down there, everybody, you know, you can sense that. And like, I have grown to sense someone that's not from there now. But like when I first moved there, even if I'd go to like the corner store, you ain't from here, are you, bro? Yeah, I live around the corner, dude. Like, and I got checked a couple times, but like my method to it, and I'll tell anybody this shit, it's, you don't want to be a bitch and you don't want to be cocky. Find that middle ground.
There's something in between there.
And just stay to yourself. Don't be oblivious to what's going on, because you will get got, but just fucking find that balance and go from there.
Absolutely, man. So I don't want to miss out. I don't want to miss out on a good story, and I feel like that we might if I didn't ask you this, because everything that you said about your girl reminds me a lot of what my girl has done, and I could not tell my story if I did not tell the story about how I got with my girl, everything she's done for me. So tell me about the story of your relationship.
Okay. I had been single for like 4 years, and like had completely just threw relationships out of mind, out of sight. And swiping on Tinder, and she was cute. I didn't think we'd match. Come to find out, she didn't think we was gonna match either. And granted, just talking about where I lived and everything, like I had a lot of people not fuck with it. Like, oh, you live over there, like we can hang somewhere else, or like we can hang. And like I've had people over too, and all of a sudden, pop, 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 and they hit the floor, and then they leave. And I don't ever see him again. But she was a real one, bro. She caught the bus over there because my car had taken a shit at the time, and she rode the bus over there in the dark, and we kicked it. We drank a 12-pack of Miller Lite, well, Miller High Life, smoked a couple blunts, and ate some pizza, and literally shot the shit till like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Hell yeah, bro. She
ended up going home, and we just kind of clicked. Like and she knows this, and her initial thought was this too, like, I'm gonna beat some cheeks and go on about my business. And like I even told my homie that night, and I never ever said it to him before about anyone, but like, yo, there's something special about her, dude. Like, I want to figure out what it is. And yeah, man, fast forward 6 years, we're getting married in May.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude.
How long ago did you get sober?
I was dabbling around when I met her. So about 6 years. Like it was weird for me. It's like never really initially like, oh, I need to quit this. All of a sudden it would like turn on me. Like the last time I was really drinking lean, I don't know if I just drank too much, but like I kind of fucking geeked out. And I was like, okay, I just need to step back from this. And then I just it kind of got expensive there for a bit too, and still is. So I just kind of wrote it off. Like, I'm cool on it for now. If it pops up, I'll get me a little bit. So it never really crossed my path too much. And then the last thing I was really kind of dabbling with was some coke. And I had a buddy from, I can't remember where he was from, but he would get shit shipped in. He was my next door neighbor, and he would trade it for weed. And it was the purest of pure I've ever had in my life. And this Peruvian shit, bro, 2 key bumps home alone, and I thought I was going into cardiac arrest. Like, I was like, yo, what the fuck is this shit?
Holy
like,
shit, bro.
And that was like before you had to really worry too much about like fentanyl and stuff like that. And yeah, just, I thought I was gonna have a heart attack. And then after that, I was just like, anytime I would put anything up my nose, like I started getting this like, almost like self-guilt. Like, bro, you know you struggling. Why you keep doing this? And then I would just like anxiety. So it was like, all right. And then just it just naturally went that way, just letting things go one by one.
Would you say that it was just a total coincidence that this all started like really coming clear after you met your girl?
Well, the cardiac arrest thing happened before I met her. And I wouldn't say it was because of her, because we partied hard as fuck together. Like, we did. Probably maybe some of the hardest partying. Well, probably not that, because I was like that full side. But to me, it's honestly, I think it's maybe God, but potentially too just an inner feeling of like, I have more to offer than this. You know, I've lost multiple people that have been close to me due to OD. I've damn near OD'd a couple times. And it's kind of what's always really just kept me in check is like, okay, I went to jail when I was 16 for the first time. And the whole time I was in there, I had gotten these brand new shoes and I hadn't gotten to skate them yet. And like the whole time I was in there, they didn't take my shoes from me. And I just kept looking at them like, bro, I can't wait to get out of here so I can skate. And then, you know, like it's just like the things that I love have always taken so much precedent that I know not to make certain bad decisions, or I'm going to be taken away from that for a significant amount of time. And it's just not worth the sacrifice to me. So
it's like your true addictions are the things you love: skating, music, and you'll do anything to avoid not being able to do those things.
Yep, they have always been more than anything else. Yep.
Before we end this, bro, you got anything coming up you want to talk about?
I'm working on a lot of things, man. I make a lot of music. I got a hard drive full of stuff that I'm just kind of trickling out one by one, and I need to get the next line of drops set up. I got a new music video dropping on Friday. I'm working on some different marketing techniques. I'm doing the YouTube tutorials for mixing and mastering. That's also another thing with me. Same with, I told you I give skate lessons. Like, I like to share my knowledge. I'm not selfish in that aspect by any means. Like, I want to see anybody that's passionate about the same things that I am to have as much help as possible, because I know there's been many times where, like, I've tried to ask somebody a question when I was trying to figure it out, and they're like, nah, bro, I can't give you the sauce. And, like, yeah, there's certain things that you don't always just want to give away, especially if you can tell somebody's a leech. But just to be selfish and keep all that for yourself, I don't think it's cool. And, like, finally, I'm starting to get, I've only been doing it for maybe, like, 8 months, but I had some rough shit go down, and, like, I didn't get to do it for a couple months. So I've just recently gotten back to it, and I'm starting to get some traction going, which is nice. The whole original reason I even started doing the tutorials in the first place was just an extra piece of content. You know what I mean? Because I didn't want to just water it down with, like, oh, this is kind of a bullshit post, but I need to post something. You know what I mean? So, and it's kind of just trickling up. It's cool. I'm
glad you brought that up, because that is one thing I did want to talk to you about. Is, first of all, today you put up a reel talking about your tutorial got up to like 2K on YouTube, which that's crazy, bro. Congratulations. I mean,
it's a small goal.
Hey, absolutely. But hey, I don't care. That's one of those small goals that's real exciting. You know?
Yeah, facts. Oh yeah.
Your content, even before you started doing the tutorial stuff, I was going through it earlier, and at one point you were dropping songs like week by week, and it was like, all right, here's week 1, here's week 2.
Mm-hmm.
You said your girl does video and everything, and I'm sure that helps, but it's most of those are just selfies that you're taking. You're so natural, and it seems so thought out. Is it part of, like, the marketing stuff that you're talking about with Big Pimpin', or has this just been, like, coming naturally, developing it over time?
That part is natural. I really, really hate, with a passion, watching just fake people online. They're very eccentric, and, like, that fake smile and, like, shitty.
Like, hey, do you want to find out how to mix your audio like a pro?
No, I don't. I hate that shit. And to me, like, in anything I do, I just want to be me. Whether it's my music, my skating, the way I dress, me. And, like, if I can do it and be me, I'll be happy. And if you can accept that and you'd like that in return, cool. At the same time, if you don't, goodbye.
And if a lot of people like it, fucking awesome. You know?
Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm. Yep. I completely agree.
All right, man. Yo, I appreciate your time, bro. I think this has been an awesome episode, a unique one, because you got your head on your shoulders and you got a vision, and you're focused on living it out, man. Mad respect.
I'm trying, dog, and I appreciate you.
No worries, man. This has been Characterized It with Ty614. Follow him up, hit him up. I'll see y'all next time. Peace up.
Later.
That was good, bro. I appreciate you, man.
Thanks, dog. I appreciate you for real.
Yeah, no worries, bro. We'll keep in touch for sure.
All right, big bet.
All right, peace up.
The most prestigious network in the land, the Signature Series Network.